Are you a woman over 40 or 50 who feels like life is just too much sometimes, feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or even disillusioned? Maybe you're asking yourself, am I in a midlife crisis? You've been feeling stuck or like time is running out to create the life that you once envisioned. You're not alone. In fact, many women in midlife feel like this. In this video, I'll share 5 easy steps that I've used to help women get out of midlife crises. Here's the truth. You don't need to be in an emotional state of crisis. You're at a turning point, a crossroads, and you can use this time to step into your power, to reclaim your energy and create the best chapter of your life. Look, the problems are real. Women in midlife face more stress than almost any other time in life, from career changes to caring for aging parents, kids leaving home, possible divorce, or the loss of a parent or parents. It can feel like everything is hitting you at once. Did you know that midlife doubles the probability of depression compared to those under 25 or over 65? And midlife is also the peak risk time for suicide. And here's something else that's disturbing. According to the CDC, women in midlife are twice as likely to be on antidepressants as men in the same stage of life. So it's easy to feel like we're out of control. But what if you were to change your perspective, to accept that transitions are a normal part of life? They're chapters that are closing. And with every closing chapter, a new one opens. So these challenges can also be an invitation. They're inviting you to ask, what do I want to create next? You have the power to write this next chapter and to decide what you want your life to look like as you move forward. I often ask my clients, look, in 5 or 10 years, you're going to be 5 or 10 years older anyway. What do you want to create in that time? So today, we're going to flip the script. This is not the beginning of the end. This is the beginning of your next chapter. So stick with me and let's talk about how you can transform this time into something powerful and beautiful. So step 1, here's the first question I want you to ask yourself. Are you focusing more on the past or the future? Step 1 is stop focusing on the past. Look to the future. So many women get mentally stuck in the past at midlife, ruminating over what could have been, or mistakes they've made, or missed opportunities. And it's easy to fall into that trap, especially if you feel like you're running out of time to create the life that you always envisioned. But let me ask you this. What if midlife wasn't the end of your story, but the beginning of a brand new chapter? Think about it. Endings can be beginnings. And what you're leaving behind might be painful or bittersweet, but what if your next chapter was the best one yet? The one where you're fully stepping into your power, your wisdom, and your unique magic. There are so many incredible women who've reinvented themselves or started something successful in midlife. From women you know well, like Louise Hay, to women that you've probably never heard of, like Kitty Weston Nauer, who struggled with osteoarthritis from her 20s, but she didn't want painful joints to stop her when she was a grandmother. So as a middle school teacher, she had been commuting to work on a bike for 8 years. And then in her 40s, she started BMX racing. And she said, every time I get on my bike, I win, no matter where I place. So here this grandmother is BMX racing and feeling great. Now, Darla Davies, until she was 40 years old, she didn't even have any interest in dance. She had been a competitive equestrian, actually, and she was getting tired of riding. So one day she sees this broadcast of a ballroom competition and she got interested in dance. She took introductory lessons, then intermediate, then advanced, and then she won a U.S. national championship. And then she started getting bad hip pain and she was told, you need a hip replacement. Now she could have just given up and the surgeon told her, you're never going to dance again, but she didn't accept that diagnosis. She found a surgeon to give her a titanium hip. And now at 63, she has won 2 U.S. championships, one of which was after a hip replacement. So I could go on and on with women who started nonprofits, companies, small endeavors, big endeavors. Your past does not define you. Your future does. Let's move on to step 2, increasing energy and releasing emotional baggage. So one of the most important things you can do during midlife is to cultivate your energy. Let's face it, energy is everything. And there are practical ways to boost your energy, like exercise, eating right, prioritizing sleep, getting your hormones and your labs checked. We all know this, but it's worth repeating because when life gets busy, these things can be the first to go. But there's something else that could drain your energy: emotional baggage. Think of it like a heavy backpack that you've been carrying around for years, filled with unresolved emotions such as anger, frustration, disappointment, or old grudges. Are you carrying around emotional baggage that you don't need anymore? It might be time to release it because it could be weighing you down more than you realize. I've created a free quiz to help you determine if you have excess emotional baggage that's draining you. There's a link to it below, so make sure you check it out. Now, step 3. Is your subconscious programming sabotaging you or maybe limiting beliefs? Because whether you realize it or not, your subconscious programming affects how you feel in midlife or any other time. What beliefs are running in the background of your mind about this age that you're at? What did your mother or grandmother imply about women your age? If you grew up watching the women around you struggling through midlife, or if you were hearing messages like after 40 or 50, it's all downhill, those beliefs might still be running the show. What limiting beliefs do you have about being a woman your age? Do you think midlife means you're past your prime? That it's too late to start something new? It's important to challenge these beliefs because they're simply not true, and your beliefs shape your reality. So what if you replaced your limiting beliefs with empowering ones? You wouldn't have a phone for 20 years without updating it. Our subconscious programming needs updates too. What if you saw your midlife as your prime? A time when you finally have the wisdom and experience to live your best life. Now, step 4 is appreciate your body. Ladies, I know it can be difficult. You're over 40 or 50. Let's be honest. How do you really feel about your body right now? And are you kind to yourself, or are you constantly criticizing yourself in the mirror? Here's another area where subconscious programs need to be updated. Our bodies have carried us through so much, decades of life, challenges, sleepless nights, and maybe even pregnancies. Our bodies have healed from so many things, so many times. They deserve our gratitude, especially now. So one of the best things you can do at this stage of life is appreciate your body exactly as it is. You can start a gratitude practice where you thank your body every day for all that it does for you, because it's a lot. Focus on its strength, its resilience, its beauty, exactly as it is right now. You know, imperfections are what make art and nature so precious. Now, step 5, connect to your unique magic. With all of midlife's challenges that women face, it's easy to forget that you have a unique magic, a unique set of gifts that the world needs, especially now. Let me ask you, what makes you feel alive? What lights you up inside? What have you always wanted to do but never had time for? Midlife is the perfect time to discover and get connected to your magic, the uniqueness of you, the you-ness of you that nobody else has. So take a moment to think about what you're really good at. What makes you feel like the most authentic version of yourself? Because that is the part of you that can really shine in this next chapter. And if you're not sure of what your magic is, imagine you're listening in a room with all your friends and all the people who love you. And what do they say about you? This will give you some clues as to your magic. Maybe you're kind or helpful, or you get things done, or you offer perspective. It could be anything or any number of things. So to wrap up, it's time to stop focusing on the past and start looking to the future. Cultivate your energy, eat and drink healthy, move your body, dance especially. It's so good for you. Release the emotional baggage you don't need. Rewire those subconscious beliefs. If you'd like some help with that, you can book a private session with me and start appreciating your body. And remember to reconnect with your unique magic. This isn't the end of your story. It's just the beginning. And midlife doesn't have to be a crisis. It's an opportunity. You've come this far, and now it's time to take all your wisdom, all your experience, and step into your power. Your next chapter can be your best chapter, and I can't wait to see what you create. Now, if this resonated with you, make sure you check out the free quiz that I've linked below to see if you have excess emotional baggage that's draining you. I also have free hypnosis audios on my website to help you tap into confidence and calm, or to get unstuck and get instant momentum. And if you haven't already, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content on how to thrive beyond 40 or 50, and share this video with a friend who needs it. Until next time, remember, you are in your prime and the best can be yet to come.